Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to touch on this interesting topic. Is it too late to enter the property market now? Given that Pasir Ris 8 has already achieved 2,000 per square feet. I repeat, 2,000 per square feet for Pasir Ris location. So is it too late to enter the property market? For those who hasn't buy any property yet, do not be sad. This is not the end. Okay, the good news is there are still opportunities in the market. But of course, we have to scrutinize and be very selective, especially during this period where all the projects has increased price. So today I'm going to share you what are some of the criteria that I use to filter out and choose the winning properties. So stay tuned. I'm going to share you shortly. But before that, this is a little bit of a disclaimer on what I'm going to share. Basically, this is just my own research and opinion. Please do your own homework before putting your hard-earned money in property. So, if you are still interested to buy any new launches or brand new property, I believe my criteria will definitely help you in some way or another. But before I'm going to share what are the 3 criteria, I'm going to touch on what is happening in the current market now. Okay, so basically, beside the Pasir Ris 8 launches, there are also a number of record land bid prices, as we can see from here, Tanah Merah, Ang Mo Kio Avenue 1, and the most recent at Lentor Central. Okay, let me show you. The highest bid that was obtained for the Lentor Central was 1,002 per square feet, and it's just for the land itself. So what this means is that in the future, we are likely to see quite a lot of transactions in the 2,000 per square feet range for mass market location, which is OCR. Okay. So what is likely to happen? I'm going to share you my opinion, what is going to happen after all this record land bid. Okay. First of all, the PSF, the per square feet price will definitely go up. We can never go back in time to buy at the lower PSF anymore. Okay, the simple reason is that the developer already bought the land at a higher price. So they cannot be selling to you at a lower price, which they cannot even cover their costs. Okay, so per square feet will definitely go up. This is what I think. Number 2, okay, is the unit size may shrink. Okay, why is that so? Because of the higher per square feet, if the developer want to keep the quantum to be affordable, especially because of the total debt servicing ratio, TDSR, we actually limits the borrowings of the buyers. So in order to keep the quantum affordable, what the developer may do is to shrink the size of the units. So you may be getting a smaller units in the future. All right, so these are some of the impact that may happen. Okay, so I'm going to share you what I think. If you want to buy a property now, what are the criteria to look at? Okay, is there still any opportunities out there? So the 3 criteria that I use to select the profitable projects now. But do take note that what I'm going to share is just a case study, okay, and it's only on one particular project. I'm not saying that you can only buy this project, okay? Of course, there are a few others that also met these criteria. But due to the shortage of time, I'm just going to share one. It may be suitable or may not be suitable for you. But let's say if you want to know what are the other projects that has similar attributes, you can PM me and I'll share you more. Okay. So without further ado, what is the first criteria? Okay. The first criteria is this project, the prices should not have any changes, or maybe the price only increase a little bit. Okay, why is that so? Because we do not want to choose a project where the prices has already gone up by a significant amount, which means to say that we will not be at a first mover advantage. Okay, but bear in mind, I'm not saying that those projects you cannot buy. Okay, of course, if based on your needs and want, and you find that you really like the project, do go for it. Okay, But what I'm going to share is in terms of buyers who still want to buy in the project where there is a lower risk and probably there's more upside potential in the future. Okay, this is what I mean. All right. So you may be asking me, Vincent, are you sure there is still project that hasn't increased price or maybe only increased a little bit? I don't believe. Okay, but I'm going to share with you the good news is yes, there are some. Okay. So this is the case study that I'm sharing here. And this is none other than Treasure at Tampines, one of the hottest selling project. Okay. But many of you may know that, hey, Treasure at Tampines, the price has already increased quite a lot. So why are you still recommending me this project? Okay, but I'm not saying that all the units has increased the price. Okay, there are some particular types that the increase is still quite marginal. So this is the case for a 4-bedroom at Treasure. We have used the charting to actually find out that the prices has not increased significantly, okay, from the launch until now. All right, and till now you still can get about 1,003 per square feet. Okay, I'm going to share with you more information here so you can see for yourself. For Treasure at Tampines, the 4-bedroom in September 2020, the prices was for a 4-bedroom about 1.658 million. Okay, and this year June, the prices is still the same. Okay, so actually the prices hasn't really increased much for this type in the project. So in my opinion, that is something that we can explore further. Okay, but of course this is not good enough because just looking at the price alone, it doesn't tell us a lot of things. Okay, maybe because there is no demand for this type of property. Okay, or maybe there is other reason why the prices has not increased. So we cannot just look at one criteria alone to decide. So next, I'm going to share you one more criteria, okay, that I feel is very, very important. Okay, price hasn't increased is one thing. Secondly, the price must be at the old price tag. Okay, so I'm going to share more what I mean by old price tag. Okay, so I'm not sure whether you have seen this chart before. This is done out by our Pronex research team on what is the per square feet ranges for different sectors of the market. Okay, so here you can see there are core central region, rest of central region, mass market region. So today I'm just going to focus more on the mass market region because Treasure at Tampines is at OCR location. So we can see that OCR location in 2015, 2016, okay, the PSF was at 950 to 1,000 range, all right? And 2017, the range was around 1,001 to 1,003. Okay, this all talking about brand new project, not resale property. So do not mix up the two, okay, because you want to compare apple to apple. And this is 2019 to the future expected per square feet for OCR location, which is 1,004 to 1,009. In fact, it has already achieved 2,000. Okay, so this is not very outdated yet. Okay, because it has already achieved 2,000, like Pasir Ris. Okay, so what I mean by old price tag? Old price tag means something that you can get around this price, or this price will be the best. Okay, but realistically, I don't think we can go back to before 2017. Okay, so if you can find something that is at 2017 or something at the lower end of the range, it will be very, very good. Okay, so I'm going to share with you whether this project meets this criteria. Okay, and one more thing to take note is that for EC, now currently the pricing is already about 1,001 to 1,002 per square feet. Okay, and in the future, very soon we will see EC will be launching at even 1,003 per square feet. Okay, so for Treasure at Tampines, you can see that what is the per square feet. Okay, the per square feet is only at, sorry, a bit thick. It's only at 1,003 per square feet. All right, so this is at old price tag or new price tag? Let me ask you this question. Okay, let's go back to the chart again. 1,003 per square feet. All right. Yes, you are right. It's at the old price tag. Okay, it's over this region. Okay, over this region. All right. So is there something that probably this is probably undervalued? Okay. So this is something that you can look at. Now, number 3, what is the number 3 criteria? Okay, let's go to that now. Okay, number 3 criteria is to go for big size units. Okay, why big size units? Okay, we have seen a change in the consumer preference, especially after the pandemic, that many buyers now prefer spacious and big size units. But do take note that we cannot just look at the size alone, okay? We also need to study the floor plan carefully before selecting the unit, all right? Because some layouts actually are more preferred by certain group of buyers, okay? Because we are on the ground, so we know. So it's very important to study the floor plan. Don't just look at the size. But generally, if you have the budget and the means, do go for the big size units, okay? Now, I'm going to share with you why is that so, okay? Because due to the change in consumer preference, many people are working from home now, so they need more space. And if you have 4 bedroom, that would be most ideal, or because some of them, they will use it as a study room for the 4th bedroom or for their growing family size. All right, so this is what has happened now. Okay, so I'm going to share you more in terms of financial figures. Why is it more profitable to go for big size units? Okay, we have seen in projects like High Park Residence. Okay, you can see these are the smaller size unit, 500 to 1,000 square feet. And let's look at what is the profits made by this owner. Okay, it's about 100,000 to 200,000 approximately. Okay, so not too bad. Okay, but let's look at what is the bigger size unit. What are the profits made by this owner? This is for those in the range of 1,000 to 1,005 square feet. And we see that the profits ranges from 300, 400 to even 500,000. Okay, so you make almost double of the owners who actually bought a smaller size units. All right, so why is that so? Okay, logically, it's because when you buy a larger size unit, of course, the profits will be higher because of the increase in the size. Okay, but of course, there are other reasons which I'm going to share with you later. Okay, so let's look at another project, whether this is consistent with High Park Residence. Okay, so this is Principal Garden. So for the 500 to 1,000 square feet, also the same thing. You can see the owners, the profits made by these owners are about 200 over 1,000, okay, on average. Now let's look at the bigger size unit, 1,000 to 1,005 square feet, okay. The profits are approximately 300 to 500,000, okay. In fact, one of them even hit close to 600,000. So this is quite consistent with High Park Residence, all right. So this is one of the project that just recently TOP. Okay, this is at Grandia Park Residence, and this is the 5 bedroom units. You can see that the profits are also not too bad. Okay, 400 over 1,000. And how many years did the owner actually hold this property to make these profits? The owners actually bought this property back in 2017. So just within a short span of 3 to 4 years, okay. When did they bought? When did they sell? Okay, just recently. So about 4 years, okay. And they make these profits 400 over 1,000. Okay, so why is that so? Why is it that people are willing to pay this kind of price for bigger size units? Okay, one of the reasons that I noticed is because this group of owners are mainly buying for own stay. They have their own needs and wants versus those that are buying a smaller units. Probably those are some of those people are investors. So investors, they do not buy based on their needs and wants. They buy based on the facts and figures, based on the numbers that they analyze, whether this is a good buy, whether they still can make money. But for own stay buyers, they have different needs and wants. And some of them, they need a place to move in. They don't mind to pay a higher price. So which is why you see that this owner, they actually bought in 2021 because the project has already TOP. So which is why they can afford to pay for this. Okay, so this is what I mean by buying a bigger size unit. You have a higher chance of making a higher profit margins. All right. So with that, this will end my this video on what are all the criterias. Okay, if you like my analysis, please help me to give a like to my video. All right, and subscribe to my channel. Do feel free to comment also. Okay, if you agree or if you don't agree, also just put in your comment on what you think of my analysis. All right. So I hope that this video has give you some useful information for your property research. All right. So I will see you very soon again. Thank you so much for watching. And once again, this is Vincent from HomeMV. Cheers.